But I also do want to go back and talk about Richard Sherman and the Saints. I still have Richard Sherman signing with the 49ers. I think they have the best chance of landing him. I think they have the best chance of a Super Bowl, at least more than the Saints do. I just don't think that if Richard Sherman really wants to win a Super Bowl, I mean, he's like 33 years old. So if he wants a Super Bowl, he needs to go to the best team possible, and that's going to be the 49ers. From the teams he's considering, I think the 49ers have the best chance. Richard Sherman last season only appeared and started 5 games. 1 interception, though, in those 5 games. And he had 1 pass breakup. No forced fumbles. But he did have 18 tackles, and 16 of those were solo. And he had a tackle for loss as well. I wouldn't say he was super productive. I don't know if 18 tackles in 5 games is actually a lot or not, or if that's just average. But I think 16 of 18 being solo is pretty impressive, especially at the age of 32 last year. But I still do have Richard Sherman signing with the San Francisco 49ers. I think he's just really, really considering everything there is out there. There's been reports that Richard Sherman has visited with the Saints on back-to-back days. I do believe that the Saints defensive coordinator used to be the Seahawks defensive coordinator. Don't quote me on that yet. Let me look at that. He may have been with Seattle, though. I think that's why he Richard Sherman is like considering them. It's saying that the Saints defensive coordinator is Dennis Allen, is an American football coach who's the defensive coordinator for the New Orleans Saints of the National Football League. He was the head coach of the Oakland Raiders from 2012 to 14. I didn't know that. He also coached for the Broncos, New Orleans Saints, Falcons, University of Tulsa, and the Texas A&M. So I guess he wasn't with the Seattle Seahawks. I think there is a coach on that defense, so somewhere that has ties with Richard Sherman. I think that's why he was visiting with the Saints. I guess it wasn't the defensive coordinator. I think it was another defensive coach. But either way, Richard Sherman has visited the Saints on back-to-back days, and he's highly considering the Saints now. I think that's very, very interesting. So you guys tell me what you think in the comments below. Do you still see Richard Sherman signing with the Saints now that this is like a real possibility, him visiting on back-to-back days? Is Jameis Winston going to be the starter? Are they going to have a legit offense? They've always, the last several years, they've had a pretty legit defense. Pretty, I think like top 10. They've had maybe a defense top 5, I think, in the last few years. They have some really key players on that defense. He'd be great alongside Marshawn Lattimore as well. But like I said, Jameis Winston is the front runner to be the QB1 for the Saints. And do we really have faith in him? Is this the best chance for Richard Sherman to get a Super Bowl? I still think it's the 49ers. If the 49ers could stay healthy, I think Trey Lance has a better future than Jameis Winston. You know what? Don't quote me on that. I don't know, actually. Jameis Winston, he could pass for over 5,000 yards as well, which is very, very impressive. I just think Jameis Winston has to have like the right system. Lance hasn't even, played an NFL game yet. But, I got to think of the defense right now, and I still think the 49ers have the better defense. And I think they still have the better chance at a Super Bowl for Richard Sherman. And at this stage in his career, he's going to want to sign with a team who could bring him a Super Bowl. That's not going to be the Seattle Seahawks, so he's not going back to Seattle. I just don't see it. I don't really see him signing with the Saints. Not the best chance for a Super Bowl. I see him coming back to the 49ers. Stacked defense. Everyone's coming back healthy. They've kept a lot of key players on that defense. They drafted Trey Sherman on the offense. Going to have another good running game. They're trying to keep that offensive line together. I see Richard Sherman still going to the San Francisco 49ers. Tell me what you think, though, down in the comments below. Make sure you guys subscribe.